The traditions of the outdoor sportsman are more important than ever, and it's up to us to pass them on to others. Two families, one passion. To inspire the next generation of ethical hunters and conservationists, continuing the legacy of hunting and fishing in the outdoors.
We made it. Gary Herbert's New Zealand hunting.
Well, according to Gary, this is the most snow that he's seen at, his lodge in 10 years. Maybe ever, is what he said to us.
Excited?
Yeah, really excited.
Are we gonna go right up the back here?
Walking up that hill in waist deep snow just to get a fallow deer, it was crazy.
It was going to be hard to begin with because we're in some pretty steep terrain, but now you add the snow and it just kind of took it to another level.
Steep. It's hard to walk.
It might be easier if we just follow your tracks. Just get up on the ridge and just sort of stay up on the side of the ridge.
It was unbelievable. You kept falling down, you got drenched, it was cold, but after that it was extremely rewarding.
No! Are you kidding me?
Oh my gosh, no!
You can't put it into words. I'm sure all of the fathers and mothers out there that have been with their kids in the field and watched them, harvest their first big game animal. It was a relief to me, and this pressure came off of my shoulders, as it did Joey. So proud of you right now.
Thank you.
Better than any animal I've ever shot watching you do that. You have no idea. We're here in Azerbaijan, ready to get up in the mountains and go find us a tur. Camp for the next however many days. To be honest, I'm kind of awestruck. We're gonna get to the top of the first mountain here today. Saw the tur up there this morning and last night, so gonna get up there and make a plan and try to get in the right spot.
Going up the hill on horseback was pretty a white knuckle ride the whole way. There might be a 600-foot drop straight down.
It's the steepest mountain I've ever been on.
Get up to this cliff and it just sheer drop off into shale. It's incredible.
The guides that were already on the top of the mountain, you know, were laying down and they were like, you know, thumbs up, the tour here. It was go time.
In the middle, his face is looking at us.
Had a good range, set up, and we did the 1, 2, 3 count.
Mike, ready?
Mm-hmm.
Open, Mike, open, okay, open. Okay, Mike.
Okay, on.
1, 2, 3.
One more, reload. One more, reload.
The bad part of it was, you know, I hit him in the back leg because he turned, but luckily enough, he ran up the hill a little bit, and he stopped, gave me another shot, and I got a second one in him to anchor him down.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye! After the shooting was over and, you know, my tour was on the ground and Caleb's tour was on the ground, we were all, you know, high-fiving each other and the guides, and everybody's super excited and happy and just on cloud nine. Like, can't believe, honestly, that this is happening. Like, I'm in the Caucasus Mountains in Azerbaijan hunting the Dagestan tour. Very good, huh? For the most part, it was actually getting to go on a hunting trip with just my wife and, you know, hopefully go harvest some great ibex in Spain and, you know, see a different country.
And I couldn't wait to see like an ibex, but then the scenery also kind of takes you off guard too. And all in all, it was really exciting. So going into the Bassetti area, it was a much different atmosphere there, more deserty terrain.
For me anyway, it was more like the high deserts of Nevada, big rim rocks, big canyons. And the first morning out, we spotted a giant ibex. The gamekeepers from that area, who were a father and son, they were very excited about this ibex. We made a plan. We made a stalk from this old road that took us on top of the mountain, and we were trying to get above him so we could shoot down. Waited him out, waited for him to stand up, and after the gamekeepers and Nacho were really super excited when we got to the animal on how big it was. So awesome. So I guess in this certain part of the Bassetti area in Spain, this was the biggest ibex that had been shot there in a long, long time. So they were all excited about this going to be some kind of record. You know, at least I held the record for a day. Unbelievable.
Amazing. How big is that?
Jeez.
So we had a stalk on this one ibex and tried to set up, and they were on the move, and ended up going back there in the afternoon. And he was right in the same place. This time he decided to take a nap. So we had time to hike down and then back up and onto this ledge to get into a shooting position where I could take a shot at it. And I got to take my shot at him.
Vale. Está pegado, eh. Good? Yep.
Woo! Clean, through the heart, lungs, one shot, and very happy. So when we came up on the ibex, and I was admiring him and smiling ear to ear, and so much bigger than I was expecting. It was one of the biggest ibex he's seen in that Bassetti area. And he ended up being bigger than Mike's ibex. First time ever for me.
So it was an all-around experience, just being able to enjoy the trip with my wife. partner, Clint Capurro, has been wanting to come Marco Polo hunting for about 4 or 5 years now.
It's been a lifelong dream of mine to come to Central Asia, Tajikistan, and hunt Marco Polo sheep.
Day 2, Tajikistan on the mountain. Yesterday, found a really good group of rams. Couldn't seal the deal. And they had actually spotted some sheep above our spike camp, so we just took off walking from camp.
We had 2 big bunches of rams up here and been following them all day.
It took all day to get there, to get into position where we might possibly have a shot. It was very mentally challenging as well as physically challenging.
You got no energy in your legs, you got no oxygen in your blood, and your body's shutting down. You're taking one step and closely placing it right in front of your other foot.
There's that level of anticipation and excitement right before you might possibly get that shot. We thought at that point that we had these Marco Polo sheep dead to rights. We had it all ranged out. Immediately knew it was bad when the wind hit me in the back of the head, and I looked at Brian Martin. He's like, this isn't good, the wind changed. When that wind changed, those sheep smelled us from over 600 yards away.
They just blew up. You know, they rams going up the hill. I got guys speaking to me in Tajik. I got guys speaking to me in American. I don't even know what the hell they're saying. I'm so jacked up from the altitude sickness, and now I got a major adrenaline going.
And they started up the canyon on the other side from us, and they were in 2 or 3 different groups.
The last 3 rams come up. We wanted to get 2 of them.
Clint and I got set up on the rifles, you know, threw the bipods down. Brian hit us with a range, dialed in the vortex. As soon as they stopped and turned broadside and gave us a good shot.
We went 1, 2, 3.
We let a couple fly out of the proof at 525 yards, and you know, both rams went down immediately.
Great job, brother. Thanks, guys, for dragging us up the hill.
That whole thing happened very fast, but it felt like it took forever. We put our cameraman in a big time rush. So if you're a hunter, when you're in the heat of the moment, you've worked so hard all day to get to this point. If the camera shot is not perfect, and I hope you understand.
I'm 52 years old and about, I don't know, man. This week, on the 6th, I didn't think it was gonna happen. Unbelievable. This is unbelievable. This is what you come here for.
This has truly been an adventure of a lifetime for me. Being able to come over here, you know, with Mike and Josh and Mike.
It was almost a surreal feeling. I don't know what other word I can use to describe it. Not many people in the world can say, I hunted Marco Polo sheep.
Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's hard, but this has been an emotional trip. We got it done, but it wasn't pretty on that second day, I'll tell you that right now.
You know, Clint and I made it happen together on the same mountain. You know, him and I have been best of friends since we were kids, so to share that experience with him on the same mountain where we shot 2 beautiful Marco Polo sheep was a great experience.
So we planned coming to South Africa about a year ago. It's always been a dream of ours, and we finally made it happen.
So we're here this week with Chaturanga Safaris. So we saw kudu,
sable,
an impala,
Nyala,
what is that? And he said, that is a golden wildebeest. He said it's the only one they have seen here. Nobody's been able to get him, so.
I think I'm just thankful to be here with my family because hunting is so big and it's such an important part of our lives, and I grew up hunting with my family, so I'm just really thankful to be here and get to experience this with all of my favorite people.
You know, this was a lifetime vacation for us, destination for me. I don't know that Michelle, it's not probably a lifetime destination for Michelle, but she came and enjoyed it with us, and she had a great time. The kids had a great time. You know, it's just a lot of fun. I mean, I can't say enough about Chaturanga. These guys will take care of you. I guarantee it'll be the best trip you ever go on in your lifetime.
What draws me to the muskox? I would say where they live and how they survive in the environment that they live in. It's absolutely amazing. 10.5 months out of 12, it's freezing cold, and winter times are completely dark, and it's minus 60 degrees.
The more I looked it up and the more I got interested with how also prehistoric these muskox are looking.
Well, we found some muskox.
The thing that I was worried about was, making the shot on the right bull, because there's 12 of them in a group and they're all kind of bunched together, so you gotta wait for the opening and make sure it's the right one.
How was that? Good. A lot of patience, a lot of hands freezing, but it's good, it's worth it.
Joey got set up on the RMP. It took a little time because they were kind of going in and out of each other. They went to kind of move, and he gave Joey a broadside shot. And it was kind of crazy how they acted after Joey shot his muskox. You know, half of the group went to the right, and the other half of the bulls kind of went down this little ravine, and they come up actually towards where we were on the snowmobiles, and luck have it that the second biggest bull in the group was in that group of bulls that split to our left and kind of like flanked us behind the snowmobiles, and they actually, kind of hooked us and came around and stopped it right at about 130 yards. The guides were like, "Hey, Mike, that's your bull. That's the other big bull, so shoot that one." Yeah, there's that bit of relief of, oh wow, okay, I got it done. I accomplished what I came here for. And then there's also that part of, oh man, now it's over. So now I'm done hunting. So you want to keep hunting, but it's over. And then the skinning and the caping and the quartering and the meat preparation and getting everything back loaded on the sleds and getting back to camp. That's all part of the experience, and I enjoy every single bit of it. Just makes it more of a challenge when it's minus 20 out. You take care of an animal like that, and especially an animal of that size. I mean, they're a big animal. The fact that I got to share it and spend it with my son Joey made it even more special. So, and that's what we're all about at Prime Revolution, is passing our hunting traditions and outdoor traditions down to our kids so they can pass it on to our grandkids, and hopefully that tradition can keep going, and they will pass it on to their friends and other people that they know. They pulled Joey and I out so they could get some other hunters in, and we heard that Adam and Kevin got great bulls. That's a feat in itself because they were archery hunting.
And also special thanks to our guides for, taking care of us while we were out there and helping us and providing us with the needs to get our muskox and get home safely.
It was a great trip. Another episode of Prime Revolution in the books, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
I think hunting, fishing, camping is a dying art, and it's something that people have been doing since the beginning of time, and it brings families closer together, and that's what we are at Prime Revolution. We're a family.